I'm sorry, y'all, but I gotta take the glasses off for this one. This is the Nexus Phase 1 Shroud paddle. I have done this video 3 times now because I cannot make it perfect. Because I am trying to translate everything that this paddle does great into at least 8 minutes, but I am unsuccessful every time. So let me get into it. First, this is not a paid promotion. None of my videos on my channel am I paid $1 from any sort of company. That is the same with Nexus Pickleball here. They have not paid $1 to the Pickleball HQ. Number 2, I have looked on USA Pickleball, 50 paddles per page, all the way to page 21. I have not seen one paddle that looks anything like this. I see a lot of duplicates of other types of paddle sizes and shapes and everything else, but I have not seen one like this. So whatever Nexus is doing here is a game changer. I want to go over some of the things that this paddle brings to the table that is unique to this paddle. One, it's handmade or handcrafted. It has a Pure Pro grit Toray T700 carbon fiber. It has a micro honeycomb polypropylene, foam injected around the edges, thermoformed, all that fun stuff. I've already given you the intro of this video to read what this paddle has, but those are the top things that I want to talk about. One, it's handmade. You can feel that it's handmade because it is one solid paddle. Because it's thermoformed, because it has the foam, and honestly, I can just feel the love, baby. I can just feel the love that's put into this paddle, and maybe that's the secret. You just got to have a little bit of paddle love when building these paddles. Second, the grit, absolutely phenomenal. What this paddle is for you to drive. Drive, 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 drive. Third shot, drop? No. Third shot, drop. That's what we do here with the Shroud paddle. Power, amazing. Control is good. It's not amazing, it's good. The power is good. It's a 13.5 millimeter paddle, so the power is going to be amazing, and the control is good. You're going to get some nice control, thinking up at the kitchen. You're going to get some nice responsive, shots to drop it into the kitchen when you're in the transition zone or when you're back behind the line, trying to just drop it in the kitchen because you don't have a drive on the table. It's great. The grit, phenomenal. It's bizarre. This grit is just disgusting. It's gonna break people's ankles. Okay, I have no words to describe it, but you're gonna love the grit on this. You're just gonna love it. The micro honeycomb polypropylene core, how it absorbs, how it releases energy, how you can block shots, how the ball pops off this paddle. It's effortless power. It's absolutely incredible. I don't know any other way to explain it. It's absolutely amazing what this paddle is doing. Let's clear the room. It does have a arrow hole in the throat. So it has an open throat design. Some people say, oh, this does nothing to the paddle, or this does something to the paddle. One, what it does with this paddle is it helps the air go through it. I am getting faster hand speed, not only on my drives, but also just the maneuverability. The air just cuts right through it, how it's weighted. So there is a little bit bigger of a chunk cut out of this paddle than the Power Air and the Project 002. That bigger hole redistributes the weight on the paddle to a different place, and it puts it right where the sweet spot is. And the sweet spot on this thing is phenomenal. Love this sweet spot. It's a nice, big, fat sweet spot. You're going to be hitting beautiful balls all day. Next, let's go to the durability. Super solid. The weight, it's 8 ounces. It's great. You add lead tape to this thing, you might be hitting balls to outer space. That's all I'm going to say. I personally don't like it. I tried it, but you might be different. If you need that extra power, if you're not big and jack like me, which I'm really not, but if you don't need that extra power, I wouldn't recommend the lead tape because this thing seriously smashes. You're gonna break a lot of pickleballs with this. The balance is phenomenal. You know, it could just be the paddle that I got, but the balance is phenomenal. I love how it's balanced. I love how the balance and how the sweet spot are almost interchangeable. Together, they're just, it's just a unison. It's a cohesive piece of just carbon molded goodness. The aesthetics, the paddle looks great. I can't complain about the paddle. Like looks, I think it looks awesome. Has the infinity edge. When I do hit it on the edge of the paddle, I'm getting the ball back over. Sometimes it doesn't, on just like any other paddle, but sometimes even when I hit into where the arrow hole is, it looks like a big space, but it's really not that big. If the ball hits there, sometimes it'll get this like crazy weird spinning or hit, or it'll land in, sometimes it'll fly out. But hey, that's a dead spot on really any paddle that you get. Lastly, the target audience. If you are looking for a power paddle, the Power Air, the 002, the 6.0s, the Black Ace, the Gearbox, and you don't want to spend $200+, this is the paddle for you. I know the retail is $210, and trust me, it is deserving of that price. But with 10% off, with HQ10, you can get it for $189. And I'm gonna list right here all the paddles that are edgeless. Not all the paddles, but most of the paddles that are edgeless and the price points of those. And you can see how reasonably priced this paddle is compared to those. And the performance you're getting is well worth it. Honestly, if another company came out with this paddle, they could charge maybe an extra $50 to $30 onto it. Like it literally plays that well that it is worth it. So I'm gonna end it here, everyone. This is a handcrafted, gritty power paddle, unibody thermoform. I highly recommend this paddle to you if you're looking to get out there and just be a monster and a menace on the courts. I thank y'all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you on the courts.